Do you remember Cars Daredevil Garage? Well, I sure do. Now, hello everyone, this is the Axle Shifter here, and today, this is going to be a video on the widely forgotten Cars mobile game, Cars Daredevil Garage. The game that was highly ambitious and was successful at first and made a good future up ahead, but unfortunately in the end, certain factors were holding it back for even a degree, eventually leading to the game's death. Now, what am I talking about with Cars Daredevil Garage? Well, I'm here to talk about this game's history, and why it was pretty good, but then it eventually ended up falling and crashing down, to the point where it can no longer be downloaded on the App Store. So overall, yeah. Now let's discuss this. Now, Cars Daredevil Garage was pretty much just like any other normal App Store game. The game was released on July 29th, 2015, back at the time when my pretty much old Danny Brown channel was born, which I still make a video on that old channel again because the last channel was deleted, but still, this was the time where I first heard about the game, but not talking about my experience now. I'm talking about the overall experience of many others. This game was not like any other Cars game. This time, this game had regular Cars diecasts, like Chick Hicks, Lightning McQueen, Mater, Francesco, Raul Cerul, but no Cars 3 diecast because this was before Cars 3 even existed or was even talked about. But yeah, the simple concept of this game is that you would basically get Cars diecasts you would normally get in real life if you're a kid or you're just a simple collector, and you would race them around these little tracks like the backyard, and there was even a bowling alley update. But yeah, that was basically it. But yeah, essentially it was basically just Hot Wheels beat that though with a Cars skin, or even Hot Wheels Unleashed, because I say this Hot Wheels Unleashed probably got some inspiration from Cars Daredevil Garage, because I mean it's very Hot Wheels like. I mean, we have the bigger track built for the cars. I mean, that's pretty much literal Hot Wheels like shit right here going on. Look at Chick. But anyways, back when this game first came out, many people were really hyped for it. I mean, just look at YouTube back in the day in 2015, where many people were talking about Cars Daredevil Garage, collecting diecasts of it so it could actually work in the game. Yeah, I would say that business back in this time was really booming for the game. And heck, there were even some promotions on the official Cars diecast in real life, pretty much promoting you to use the app while you got the diecasts. Yeah, so overall, this game was doing fairly well for itself, and I would say that I did try this game once, and I would say that this game was fairly solid. I mean, it didn't complicate shit or anything, it was fairly simple. But in the end, this game would lead to its eventual downfall. I mean, for starters, there was no Google Play Store release. It was only meant for the App Store, which severely limited other people from actually playing the game. Now, it wasn't really too much of a big issue. I mean, plenty of other people were already playing in the game, but there are also some other issues, those including the errors. Now, the errors occurred when you tried to scan your diecast car from in real life into the game. You could do this pretty much with any other Cars diecast that isn't Hot Wheels, obviously. Now, what typically happened is that certain characters would be scanned, but other characters would get scanned instead of the game. For example, let's say you scanned Lightning McQueen, for example, just the most baseline one. But after you scanned Lightning, you instead got Francesco Bernoulli in the game. That's pretty weird because you obviously fucking scanned Lightning, so that was weird. But these car problems seem to be happening quite frequently, according to other content creators like Disney Gocket, or previously known as RC Cars 5. I watched him, pretty cool, go sub to him. But yeah, but unfortunately these problems weren't really getting fixed, and it caused the game to never improve it. So overall, the game just began to tank in quality. Actually, you know what? It didn't completely tank in quality. The game was still fairly solid, but due to these issues slowly building up, the game itself just got very repetitive overall. Also, these were the same few tracks that were in the game, there was no replay value because you would just simply play the same few tracks over and over and over again. I mean, sure, eventually there were new cars added, new characters, but at the same time, there was not much replay value to be gained from this game at all. So in the end, the game just really became stagnant after that. Until then, after that, the game was eventually removed from the App Store, which you could no longer play it now. And as there is possible rumors saying that you could download it through an APK and play the game, but in the end, you can just no longer play the game in my case. And honestly, this whole thing is pretty sad because this had the potential to be a really good Cars game, and even this franchise is equivalent to Hot Wheels Beat That, or even Unleashed before Unleashed became a thing. But in the end, it just didn't work out. And still, this whole thing really sucks. Now, if you really want to feel sad about an older Cars game no longer existing or really being supported at all, you can check out Cars Fastest Lightning. That really sucks. And yeah, overall, mobile games are a lot harder to manage than a regular offline game, because for a regular offline game that's released physically on a console, then that way they could be played for essentially forever, unless it's released on an Xbox or PlayStation or something. But if they keep it up and if it's offline, or you could have some kind of workaround around it, it could essentially be played forever. But as for mobile games that require a server, they can eventually shut down the servers once a company realizes or just simply feels like a game isn't really getting popular enough anymore, or it's no longer getting supported. They can very easily shut down the servers. And it can make a game that you once developed so much time to it and spent so much time playing completely unplayable. That really sucks for Cars Daredevil Garage's case. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later for probably the Fastest Lightning in-depth video. Goodbye.